Доброго времени суток, дорогие зрители моего канала, меня зовут Веритас, и мы продолжаем проходить Fallout 4. И в этой серии мы начинаем проходить Фар-Харбор, помогать синтам Акадии. Эта дама мне напоминает торговку. Крикет. Ладно, проехали. И я как бы узнал одну забавную вещь. Если вы... Кто-то помнит, смотрел мое прохождение Душ Падшего Мира, тот, может быть, помнит, что я стебался над Гоморрой из-за того, что там, по сути, большую часть персонажей озвучивает Лиам О'Брайен. Здесь ситуация похожая. Здесь довольно-таки значительную часть персонажа озвучивает Сэм Ригел. Так, кому мне там надо помочь?
So, you've talked to Dima. You know why we're here. I certainly hope that you'll consider helping us. Dima's vision is worth fighting for.
You're right. It is a good cause. Synths definitely deserve to be safe, just like everyone else.
It's so good to hear that. Very encouraging. Please, make sure Dima knows that as well. He's put so much of himself into this. All his time and energy devoted to helping others. He never stops to think of himself. Sometimes I worry about... well, if I wasn't here to make sure his equipment is all functional. And that's not even mentioning maintaining the fog condensers. So many things to keep track of.
Реально Сэм Ригел.
Seems like he's lucky to have you helping.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Dima looks like he's had a lot of work done.
Well, that's certainly an understatement. Between the two of us, we've made so many modifications. He was just a prototype, never built for all this. It took a lot to overcome the limitations of the original design and expand his memory. It really is remarkable, isn't it? He's overcome so much. He's become so much more than he once was. And all he thinks of is others.
If there's anything I can do to help out, just let me know.
Well, if you're determined to help, there is something you could do. It's likely somewhat dangerous, though, so I understand if you'd rather not. There's a boat along the coast of the island. It was transporting some hardware we needed. Storage drives. The boat never finished the trip, you see, so the drives are still out there. I could really use them here for extra parts, if nothing else. My understanding is that the boat wrecked southwest of here, so does this sound like something you could handle?
What happened to the boat? Why didn't it make it?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Trappers, fog crawlers, there's no end to what's out there, and what might still be out there. The point is that we already lost someone once, and I don't want to see that happen again. So, are you up for it?
Sure thing,
погнали.
family. I'll get the drives for you.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Ниоткуда мне нужно их забрать. Вряд ли я там уже был. Это было бы крайне необычное совпадение. Более того, ну, я, естественно, сбугуртну, если они используют одну и ту же локацию для двух квестов. Нет, я тут не был. Я мимо проходил, но на самой локации не был. Но можно от лимонадика. От фабрики лимонадика можно пройтись. Надеюсь, там не болотники. Ой, не туманник. Пострелять-то я могу, но патроны-то кончаются у травмирующей пушки. Туман как молоко. Ох, там что-то горит даже. Собственно, кажется, это тот самый корабль, который нам нужен. Опыт подсказывает, что если в игре беседки что-то горит, значит нам, скорее всего, туда. О, сундучок.
Only opens with a key.
Здесь что-то есть, да? Здесь где-то должен быть труп, с которого
No way to
падает...
pick this.
С которого можно подобрать ключ. Тут его нету. Никаких следов причины потопа. Возможно, это все-таки какой-то другой квест. О, кажется, сглазил. Кто? А, вижу. Давайте подойдем к ним поближе. А то я тут вечно могу от них отстреливаться. Таким образом. Но это долго. Уныло. Патроны кончаются. Да ладно, не может быть. Я и не заметил. Вылези. Я тебя видел. Да ё-моё. Натурально жирный. Терпел долго. О, стоп, это Кюри. Это свои. Все, можно отсюда валить. Я тот сундук запомню, когда рядом враги. А, слышу. Вот и челик запалился. Сундучок. Хоба. Сваливаем отсюда.
Yes?
I've got those storage drives you asked for.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Just the two? Really? I somehow thought there were three.
I did notice a locked chest that I couldn't open. Maybe the last one was in there. Do you have the key?
Key? Chest? I'm afraid I don't know. You know what? This is fine. Just these two is fine. Well, you did your part, so I'll do mine. Thank you for recovering these.
Видимо, я и не должен был открыть тот сундук. Понятно. Следующий
You
квест.
track Kasumi here. I'm impressed. Perhaps not as quietly or efficiently as possible, but thankfully she was never in any real danger. I'm afraid your journey was unnecessary.
I wanted to see for myself that she's safe.
You have my word. Acadia is a safe haven for synths. Were it not, I would not have aided anyone in reaching it. Every synth I've tracked down, every synth convinced to come here, has been assured that he or she will come to no harm. My job is to make sure they all remain safe, no matter what. Understand?
How do you manage to track down synths and bring them here?
I have a network of contacts throughout the area. Some from my time with the Institute, some after. I know the Institute's tactics, and use that to my advantage. You have Dima's blessing, so by all means, make yourself comfortable.
I'd like to help you all. Is there anything I can do?
Actually, as a matter of fact, there is. If you're serious about contributing, well, we've got a situation I need someone to look into. You've had some experience traveling around the island, so you may be decently equipped to handle it.
Макреди, ты не мог бы свалить, пожалуйста?
All right, I'm listening.
We were expecting a new synth to arrive, and he should have been here by now. There's
Макреди,
been no sign of him, and I'm concerned that he might have become lost on the way.
выйди из меня.
I'll find out what I can.
You should start by talking to Brooks in Far Harbor. He's one of us, a synth. He's the one who meets the new arrivals and gets them started on the journey here. Of course, he's not likely to tell you anything without proof that you're working for me. If he doesn't cooperate, tell him that his designation is L792. That should convince him. That's as much help as I can give you for now. Please, hurry. If that synth is out there alone, he won't last long.
И снова в Фар-Харбор.
Whenever you're ready.
I need to talk to you about a missing synth.
Yeah? Well, it's not something I talk about with outsiders. So you can either buy something or move along.
I'm working with Chase. She told me that your designation is L792.
Okay, I believe you. Keep it down, all right? It's real private information. I know the synth you're talking about. He's a younger guy. Maybe early 20s with white hair. Goes by the name Derek. Thing is, he showed up way earlier than he was supposed to. Thought a courser was on his tail, so he rushed the timetable. To be honest, the guy was a wreck. He was scared shitless, looking over his shoulder every 5 minutes and attracting unwanted attention. Tried to calm him down, but he panicked and ran off into the fog. That was the last I saw of him.
Ну что ж,
Can
капс
you
да
tell me
пацану
anything
походу.
else? I'm gonna need more information than that if I'm gonna find this synth.
I wish I had more to give you. He disappeared into the fog, and I haven't seen him since.
Relax. I'll take care of this.
Sorry. My nerves are a little shot right now. Look, if you're really going after that synth, I'm pretty sure he took the road south out of town. Maybe you could head that way. Just be careful out there. And thanks. There aren't many who'd go out in the fog to help a synth, especially one they don't even know. I feel like shit about what happened. I really do. I hope you can make it right.
Да, я в последнее время из этого тумана не вылезаю в принципе. Так. И не вылезу еще довольно долго. Чё, делаем ставки, живой или уже не совсем?
There's a trail of blood.
Видимо, скорее не совсем.
Fresh meat crawling in from the fog. Don't care if it's Mirelurk or man.
I'm not
Спокойный
looking for
будь.
trouble. I just need to find someone. A young man with white hair. You help me, I'll leave.
Yeah, we found him. One of the fog's creatures already attacked him. He was bleeding out, but you know, why waste the meat? Here, well, what's left? Take it. Now go. Don't come back.
Ненавижу каннибалов.
Take whatever you can. I'll keep watch.
Что-нибудь еще есть? Нет, больше ничего. А, да, вот тут спуск. Точно, точно, точно.
I assume you're not playing against him.
Your missing synth was jumped by cannibal trappers. He didn't survive.
That poor bastard. That synth came here to live in peace, and we failed him in the worst way possible. It's my fault. I should have gone out there to meet him. Damn it all. I'm glad we were able to bring some closure to the matter. You deserve this. And shall we say 200 caps?
I'm sorry things didn't turn out better. I wish they had.
You and I both. Thanks again for your help. Be safe out there.
Ликвидаторский огненный институтский пистолет. Ну, кстати, пусть будет. Можно из этого пока пострелять. Разнообразия ради. А чё, все что ли? Там, по-моему, 3 квеста было, нет? Если я с Димасиком поговорю по этому поводу.
Thank you for everything you've done. Acadia will always be open to you. You did well. Peace will come to this island. The children of Atom and Far Harbor are safe.
Может, тут еще у кого-то есть квест, надо посмотреть, а то что-то как-то мях.
Did you need something?
Excuse me.
So you're that new fellow from the Commonwealth. It's so wonderful to meet someone from back home. I'm afraid Kasumi doesn't seem to want to discuss it, but how are things there?
Касуми уже давно домой уехала.
Getting better every day, I think.
Oh, that's so good to hear. I would like to see it again someday. Once things settle down here. Acadia is all well and good, I suppose. But honestly, it does get a bit boring.
You're safe here. That's what really matters.
I suppose. One could do with a little excitement now and then, though. Don't you think? I'm sure I'll see you around. Do take care.
New guy, right?
Look,
Bye.
New guy, right?
look.
I'm not anybody worth talking to. My head is killing me. Now's not a good time.
Sorry. Didn't mean to bother you.
It's not your fault. You try having somebody botch a mind wipe on you and see how it feels. Then get back to me, okay?
What do you mean, mind wipe?
Oh, for fuck's sake. You're a synth on the run. You go to someone, you get a new face, and they wipe your mind so the Institute can't find you. Only somebody screwed mine up. So here I am. Now just, please, leave me alone.
Did you need something?
Не, реально, походу, квесты кончились. По-моему, должны быть еще персонажи, нет? Где остальные Сэмы Ригелы?
Yes?
Can you tell me about the fog condensers?
Oh, those? Dima and I designed them when it became clear the fog was only getting worse. They're effective, but have such a limited range. Dima insisted we provide them to the people of Far Harbor, and I'm so glad we did. Without the condensers, I'm not sure they'd have anywhere left.
I'm sorry. Never mind.
Okay.
Или я перепутал как раз-таки с детьми Атома? Тут же еще торгаш был, может, у него квесты
I
есть?
assume you're
Чел,
not
дай
planning on
квест.
staying long.
I'll probably be leaving soon.
That's for the best. Acadia is only as secure as we make it. We take unnecessary risks, we get careless, and things can go bad. Fast. If there's a synth who needs a safe place, then we take them in. Let them live as a synth, without fear. You don't fit that description.
А
It
откуда
makes
ты
you
знаешь, что я не
unnecessary
синт?
risk. It's nothing personal. Minimizing our contact with outsiders is just practical.
Да я чё? Я ничего.
Is there anything I can say or do to change your mind?
Just don't cause any problems.
Acadia may not look like much from the outside, but it's all some of us have got.
Hey,
Я-то думал, ты торговец. А, все-таки торговец.
what can you tell me about Acadia?
It's smaller than I'd like it to be. But then, we don't exactly have the numbers to fill someplace larger. Makes it easier to defend anyway. Forget it. Did you want something or not?
So, what's your story?
I don't like talking about it. I made it to Acadia. That's what matters. Now that I'm here, I'm going to make sure nothing happens to it.
Hey there.
You want to buy something or what?
Мне нужны квесты. Квест дай.
I just can't deal with social
Ой.
interactions, okay? I'm really not up to chatting right now.
Придется идти к детям Атома.
Did you need something?
Жалость-то какая. О, еще люди.
So, I understand
Ну,
you've seen a
синты.
good bit of our island. What do you think?
It's kind of beautiful in its own way.
That's refreshing. Most don't view it the same. I'm glad someone else can see it. This island, with all of its danger and beauty, predates you and I. The ecosystem isn't what it once was, but it has adapted, and it will continue to adapt, long after we're gone. What's important, really important in the long run, is understanding it, and then passing that knowledge along to those who will follow us.
That sounds like a noble goal.
Well, thank you. I wish more shared the sentiment. I should note that I'm not fully versed in human anatomy, but I'm your best chance of medical assistance should you require it. Since Dima has approved of you, I'm more than willing to offer help.
I'd like
Oh,
to help you with your
quest.
research.
Oh, well, that's thoughtful of you. Okay. What can we have you do? There's a flower native to this island, a species of the genus Aster, that has survived remarkably well. It doesn't quite have the brilliance of color that I understand it once did. Before the war. I'm personally rather fond of them, but lately have been investigating secondary chemical properties they possess. If you could bring me additional samples, it would speed up my research. I can offer you a meager amount of caps, if that makes the idea more appealing.
I have some flowers for you.
I'm sorry, is this a joke I'm not in on? If you do actually find any, I'll be happy to take them.
Мы собираем астер для астер. Окей. О, может ты мне квест дашь?
So what's your story?
I came here looking for Kasumi.
Я ее уже нашел,
Isn't
чел.
that sweet? That Kasumi's a good enough kid, I suppose. A little confused, maybe. But then, aren't we all? Not that anyone's asking, but I'll tell you. It all gets easier to deal with when you realize none of it matters. What you are, where you came from, let go of all that, and life gets simple.
Yeah, I hear you.
Is that so? Huh. Most of the chumps here act like I'm out of my gourd. Good to know someone else sees it my way. Anyway, lately I've taken to amusing myself with trading. Don't have much to work with, but I'm always happy to make a good deal. Let me know if you need something. I probably won't have it, but let me know anyway.
Maybe later.
Ah, some other time then.
Дайте мне нормальный квест, хоть кто-нибудь. Ладно, видимо, все-таки придется идти в ядро. К детям Атома. Я оттягивал этот момент. Я надеялся, что мне не нужно будет лезть туда еще некоторое время. Ну ладно. На этих придурков антирадина не напасешься, блин. Кто из вас, ребятушки, занимается починкой? Починкой штуковины, стоящей на пороге.
Excuse me. Yeah? I mean, glory to it. Wait, you're the new convert. You happen to see Brother Devon, the sickly guy praying off by himself?
Sure, I saw Devon. Why do you ask?
See, Brother Devon, he's been on a fast, a long one. No food, only irradiated water, waiting for a sign from Adam. Most folks would say that's real admirable, giving yourself to Adam like that. What do you think?
I mean, it's his choice, right? Who are we to stop him?
That's easy to say, but look, me and Devon, we weren't born with Adam's blessing like everyone else around here. Rads, they hurt us. Now Devon thinks fasting and refusing meds till he dies is gonna get Adam to grant him some kind of revelation or something. I've tried talking to him. He won't listen to me anymore, and everyone else in this place thinks what he's doing is a brilliant idea. I know we don't know each other, but if you could convince him to quit, I'd owe you. Could give you some anti-rad meds I've cooked up. Recipe, too. Damn handy for folks like us. What do you say? Talk to him for me?
Okay, sure. I'll talk to him.
Oh, thank you. Please, just do it quick, all right? He's starting to look bad.
Ну, погнали. А, вон он. Ну, сейчас я на него сверху сигану. Хорош пить всякое говно. А, вот и Сэм Ригел, да. Мы его нашли.
I'm sorry, brother. I thought you were... Never mind.
Черт, хреново выглядишь.
Have you just been sitting here? I think you need a new hobby.
I suppose I look a mess at this point. But I can't leave. Adam came to me, and I will follow his command.
And what exactly did Adam command?
That I need only wait for my saving grace. Jet has been my crutch for many years. One day, I was in the woods, polluting myself, when a figure strode from the sky before me. A verdant stag, wreathed in holy glow. It commanded me to return to the nucleus, and to leave behind my iniquities, and give myself fully to Adam. For my dedication, Adam would send another messenger, who would free me from my shackles once and for all. That, brother, is why I must wait.
Я освобождаю тебя, брат мой.
Good news! I am Adam's messenger, and I have come to free you from your shackles. Hiya! There! Now, let's just keep this between us, okay?
You're the messenger? The shackles are gone? They are, aren't they? Oh, thank you. Thank you, your brilliance. And don't fear, messenger. I will keep your secret. Oh, Adam above, thank you. I can't... His messenger.
Боже, блин. Что-то сказать?
To think I ever doubted you.
Thanks. You're not so bad yourself.
I never get many complaints. It's just real rare these days. Find someone who's not willing to take things the way they're handed to them. Too many good folks not willing to get their hands dirty. And too many assholes taking advantage of it. Look at what happened at Diamond City. Before McDonough took over, it was a half-decent place to live. A little stricter than I usually go for, but not terrible. I thought he and I had a pretty happy childhood. But then he decides he's gonna try and get elected with his anti-ghoul crusade. Mankind for McDonough. Before you know it, you got families with kids lining up to drag folks they call neighbor out of their homes and throw them to the ruins.
You and McDonough knew each other as kids?
Oh yeah. Guy's my brother. Grew up together in a little shack on the waterfront. Guy was the standard big brother. Entitled, punchy, liked to shove rotten potatoes down my shirt and slap my back. But I never thought he'd be capable of something like what they did to those ghouls.
Why did McDonough campaign against the ghouls?
Because he thought he could win. There'd always been a pretty clear divide between the folks living in the stands and those down on the field. I'm not convinced they didn't do it just to improve their view. I remember storming into his office above the stands after the inauguration speech. He was just standing there, staring out the window, watching as the city turned on the ghouls. He didn't even look at me. Just said, "I did it, John. It's finally mine." Should have killed him right there, but I don't think it would have changed anything. Instead, I pleaded with him, begged him to call it off. He said he couldn't. He had nothing against the ghouls. He was just carrying out the will of the people. And he couldn't betray the voters. And then he smiled. That hideous fucking mile-long smile. He never smiled like that when we were kids. I didn't even recognize him.
What do you mean you didn't recognize him?
I don't know. Just didn't seem like the guy I grew up with. When I'd first heard the rumors he'd been swapped for a synth, thinking back on that night, I thought it made a lot of sense. But now, I don't know. I don't think I buy it. I've seen him since then, and there's no way they copied him that perfectly. Even got his tight-ass walk. But at the time, I just needed to get the hell away from him. Him and that whole damn city.
He murdered those ghouls.
Him and that whole damn city. I still wasn't a ghoul at this point, so I didn't have to leave, but I couldn't bring myself to stay in that cesspool after that. I'd been sneaking off the Good Neighbor for years to get decent chems, so I knew the safe routes. I managed to track down a couple of the families, lead them there, but most couldn't get used to the Good Neighbor lifestyle. I brought them food for a couple of weeks, but after a while, they just disappeared. Folks in Diamond City signed their death warrants, and all the good people were willing to just sit by and watch. I felt like I was the only one who saw how screwed up things truly were, who couldn't just pretend things were fine. Still feel that way. Or I did. Until I met you. I know I run my mouth, but having someone who sees the world for what it is, and is willing to do something about it, it's meant a lot to me. I feel damn lucky to have you as a friend.
I feel exactly the same, Hancock. It's been a hell of a ride thus far.
Then here's to a long road, with plenty of ammo. Well, thanks for hearing me out. You probably weren't looking for a history lesson, were ya? You wanna hit the road?
Все взбугуртнули на радиацию. Резко.
You did it. Atom above, you did it. Here, anytime I brew a new batch, you can have some. And if there's anything else I can do for you, you let me know.
Там какой-то еще диалог.
Hey there. Something you need?
Why do you care so much about Devin?
I mean, he's a good kid. Sure, he likes his jet a little too much, but it's not like he was out raiding. He just needed a hand. Lucky for us both, you showed up. Huh. Kinda makes you wonder if Adam didn't have a part in this after all. So, was there something else?
Didn't need anything at the moment.
All right, then. Take care of yourself.
Кому еще нужна помощь?
Excuse me.
Was wondering when I'd get to meet our newest member. I'm Sister Mai, and rumor has it you're the one who caught the attention of the Mother of the Fog. You happen to catch the Grand Zealot's, loyalty test too?
Loyalty test?
Yeah. We saw Richter leading those two outside. Only one came back right around the time you showed. figured you were probably witness to the whole thing.
Yeah, I saw it.
Look, it's a lesson worth learning now. Trust is a big deal in this family. Our members need to know how to steer clear of trouble. Just stay on the High Confessor's good side and you'll be all right. Now, there's something I can show you? And, not sure if the glow bothers you, but I can help with scouring, too.
Was wondering if there was anything you needed help with.
Well, there is a project I'm kind of stuck on. I assume you saw the old rad decontamination arches on the way in. I've been trying to fix them for a while now, but I hit a snag. I need a pump regulator with some serious chemical shielding, industrial grade. And if any place on this island is going to have one, it's the Vimpop factory. The place is swarming with mutants. But if you're up for it, I can make it worth your while. You interested?
All right. I'll track down the pump regulator for you.
You will? Fantastic. I figure it'll probably be somewhere near the mixing room. Just watch yourself out there, all right? Now, was there anything else you needed?
Maybe later.
Works for me.
Я, помнится, в начале этого самого видео бугуртел про то, что, возможно, меня будут направлять в одно и то же место. По разным квестам. Я-то помню, что я там уже был. О, кстати, у меня перевес. Надо что-то сожрать. Ну, пусть будет вот так.
Blessings to the High Confessor, who will keep us safe on the path to division.
Что-то я переоценил количество Сэмов Ригелов на данных локациях. Возможно, меня обманули. Какая жалость. Ну что ж, возвращаемся на фабрику лимонада. Блин, я и не ожидал, что я в этой серии так часто буду туда возвращаться. Было бы угарно, если бы я проходил это на выживании, и мне приходилось бегать туда раз за разом. Это получается каждая... О, привет.
Rough? That's putting it mildly. Let's put it this way. Can't get much rest when you're sleeping with one eye open. Still, it was the best place for me to set up shop. Diamond City's goons would have run me out of town, and wandering the Commonwealth alone isn't the brightest plan when you're hard up for caps.
Setting up shop? What do you mean?
I needed somewhere to hang out so that people could find me when they required my services. The folks in Good Neighbor tended to not ask too many questions, which suited my needs. So, I made a deal with Hancock and started waiting for the caps to roll in.
In times like these, caps make little sense.
They might make little sense to you, but right now, I need every cap I can get.
I hope you aren't in trouble.
No, not really. But I don't usually go around sharing stuff like this, but you've been pretty straight with me, so I'm gonna be straight with you. It's those two those two idiots you saw me talking to at the third rail. Winlock and Barnes. They've been hounding me for months, and it's been driving off clients. No one wants to touch me once they learn I used to run with the Gunners. And I figured if I could get enough caps together, maybe I could buy them out.
I wouldn't trust those guys, even if you paid them off.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Winlock and Barnes have a small army of gunners with them at all times. They might decide to just keep the caps and put a bullet in my head for good measure. If I set up a place to meet them, I'm sure they'd roll in with everyone they've got. Unless, maybe you and I could pay them a little visit and put an end to them before they realize what's going on. Before you get that look on your face, let me just say that I wouldn't even be asking if I didn't trust you.
If you need my help, I'm there.
Wow, I don't know what to say. Truth is, I haven't been able to rely on anyone since I was a kid. Everyone I've met has either tried to rip me off or plant a knife in my back. But you're different. We see eye to eye on almost everything. And I have a funny feeling you actually care about what happens to me. That's why I asked for your help. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna make this easy on you. If you feel like helping me with this, head over to the Mass Pike interchange and we'll take them down. If you don't, I'm not going to hold it against you. Either way, thanks for hearing me out. It's nice to know that you care.
Эй, я не пытался тебя убить, когда ты был мелким. Ты, между прочим, был тем еще мудаком. Мелким мудаком. Интересно, чё ж это он не остался жить в большом городе? О. Нормально так жмыхнуло. Здравствуй. Так, у кого-то что-то было полезного. Пусковая установка. Брах. Ну вы там развлекайтесь, а я пошел. А, мне походу не сюда, погодите. Крыша? Зачем она к нам? Же не на крышу надо было. Или проход туда есть только через крышу? Это странно. Ну ладно. Anyway. Ага, все, понял. Здорово, красавец. Привет. Стой, нет, не туда. А, нет, сюда. Вполне сюда. Да я удачно зашел. О, силовая броня. Капец, тут еще крысы. Ну, здесь-то я уже точно был. Тут же не зареспавнивался босяра. Ой, привет, парни. Вы купаетесь, что ли? Я вам помешал? Жутко не хотелось вам мешать, парни, но извините, так вы упихрена. Надо было сохраниться, видимо. Я себя переоценил, мальца. Бывает. Меня зажали, сволочь. Брах.
What was lost is found.
Меня на всех хватит. Подходите. Желательно, конечно, по очереди. Ну, кстати, потрошек, по-моему, только на одного хватит. Блин, старейшина таки зареспавнился. Хотел просто повыпендриваться, но что-то пошло не так. Как обычно. На Собакина тратить заряд. Да твою мать! Я могу нормально его убить, но я хочу сделать все поприкольнее. Вот, совсем другое дело. Ай. Я случайно съел автосохранение. Блин, бывает. Хорошо, он догорел, конечно. Ну а теперь надо сваливать. Надо еще уровень прокачать, конечно же, да. Не забываем про левелапы. Рядом враги. Ой, ты ж, блин, я знаю этот звук. Откуда он? Вот он. Брах. Надеюсь, это был последний. Грёбаный камикадзе.
What does Atom need with one little dock anyway? Let Far Harbor have it.
Sister Mai.
Can't imagine what kind of revelation it was to turn the High Confessor off wiping out Far Harbor. Well, can I show you the stock?
Finally got that regulator from the Vim factory.
You did? Oh, fantastic. So that regulator should slot right into the apparatus downstairs. My bypass to the filters should take care of the rest. Unless I mess something up. Those arches should start spraying all the irradiated water the children could ask for. I was thinking, since you did all the heavy lifting, you ought to be the one to christen the old girl. Plug in the final piece? You willing to do the honors?
Sure, I can take care of that.
Great. Pumps down in the bay. Shouldn't give you any trouble. And here, for what you've done.
О. Прикольно, но так как больше, но так как оно автоматическое и большая часть урона наносит радиации, ну его нахрен, однако.
We'll all be divided before Sister Mai finishes her work on the decontamination.
Как тебя вставлять, как тебя вставлять? Мне нужно как-то вниз спуститься. Ух, ни хрена. Окей, как мне потом отсюда подниматься? А, вот как надо подниматься. Ну, капец, тут, конечно, жижа. Ух, ни хрена! Как вы здесь живете? Больные фанатики. Насколько у меня перевес? Ух, блин. Надо куда-то лишнее барахло сбагрить. Походу мне придется вернуться в Содружество и что-то скинуть. Но это я уже сделаю за кадром. Фух. Ну а если вы здесь впервые, вы можете подписаться на канал, поставить лайк, нажать на колокольчик. А меня зовут Веритас. Всем до новых встреч. Всем пока-пока-пока-пока-пока.